These are the kind of minor secrets or mods that I add to a car to make the car look way beefier. What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode from Backyard Boys. If you guys are new to this channel, go ahead and lightly tap that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to show your support by smashing that like button, and let's get along with this video. In this video, what we're actually going to be doing is telling you guys and just giving you guys a whole entire update of just the fleet update, I guess, and the update with the cars. A lot of people are commenting saying what is going on, you know, where is the GTR, how's the Golf R, what's going on, how are you liking the Rs3. So in this episode, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the update here at the garage, anything that is here. Currently the M4 is not here. We do have the C63 over here, but the M4 and the X5M is not here. X5M is actually getting some transmission flush right now, and the M4 is currently getting alignment or something like that. I forgot either which one it was, either alignment or something checked up. But anyways, that's the two things that are going on with those cars. But besides that, I'm going to give you guys a total review of my Rs3 and how I'm liking that car as of right now. It is my daily driver. I've been putting like miles on it every single day, probably around 5,000 miles I already put onto it, and it is currently stage 2 Unitronic, full on. It's super powerful and extremely fun, but we're going to go ahead and get into that in a little bit later. Let me tell you guys what is going on with my Golf over here. So basically we had a windstorm the other day, or I don't even know what it was, and all the cars here were just covered in tree and debris. We did clean up the yard just so we can have a nice, you know, drive-in yard, but all this stuff was pretty bad. We had a tree that fell over there and cut the power, so I can show you guys a clip of that. I do have it on my phone. And then we have a generator running, which I just turned it off for power, to get power to the refrigerators and just a little bit of light on the interior. So it's been like 2 or 3 days without power, but that's not going to stop us from working and tell you guys an update here. The front wheel, as you guys saw from initially the damage, the accident, this front wheel was damaged, and a new front wheel, size 19 BBS CHR. The spec that I need is right around $700. So I found a company and I dropped off the wheel to get it repaired. So the car's been on a brick, you know, a little piece of wood for a week or so. But that company called me back this morning and said the wheel is ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. Hopefully they did a good job and put it back onto the car and see what the heck is going on. What I think I'm gonna do is actually put this wheel on the back over here. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that it's a squared set prior to doing that, just because I don't wanna have a different kind of offset all around the car. I'm saying, like, you know, if I have a 9.5 in the rear and an 8.5 in the front, I don't wanna make that off. So we're gonna go ahead and see how that goes. And I'm probably gonna buy a rim guard as well, so I can have that same chrome lip like the OEM factory wheels have over there. Not the hugest fan of the chrome lip, but since we only need one and all the rest of the wheels are mint, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the set over there. This car here is stage 2 by APR and is perfect condition, no problems whatsoever with it, and it is gonna be for sale. The interior's condition is decent. The roof headliner is sagging and the seat has a little tear, but besides that, mechanically, transmission, everything is sound, which we're gonna go ahead and pick up the wheel, put it on the car, and give it a test drive today, show you guys more about it. Over here, we do have, I'm gonna stand in front of the camera. Over here we have a mystery build that is going to be revealed pretty darn soon. The reason we have not revealed it is because parts and stuff like that will take forever if I did reveal it. So if I revealed this car, say 2 months ago, then you guys would have been waiting a couple of months just to get an update on the car. But now that we have a lot of parts for the car, we can basically get you guys episodes back to back, and get you guys engaged and feeling, you know, like basically feeling like everything's here in place, not like one video here, 2 weeks later another video. So it's just gonna be better for us, for the content and things like that. You guys will see why it's taking so long. The car is the most damaged smash car I've ever rebuilt in my life. So let's go ahead and just kind of show you guys, maybe take a little sneak peek what's going on over here. I don't know what that is, but something over here. Maybe that's some previous Bondo, but it's pretty bad. It's gonna be a crazy one. We're gonna have a lot of content. We have some cool ideas with it. I don't really know anyone that's rebuilt a car that's been so destroyed. I'm just gonna give you guys a little hint. The whole entire rear end is coming off. So both quarter panels, the rear tub, spare well, rear body panel, all that stuff's coming off. So it's gonna be a crazy build, but we're gonna go ahead and save that for later. You guys go ahead and comment down below what you think it is. It's gonna be revealed very soon. I'm super excited for that. I hope the videos go well on that and go good, because it's gonna be some awesome content. It's an awesome car in general. So let's go ahead and move forward to the GTR. So the GTR was one of the cars that we are waiting for parts as well. You guys saw the first order of operation for me was to get the car on its feet, and that's exactly what we did. The car, you know, drives and whatever. We got it moved around, everything's good for now. The motor started up, we got the motor running since we did need to get different kind of injectors since the car is 1,000 horsepower. The previous owner took off a couple of mods prior to tossing it on auction, which is super common. There's no reason to be mad at anyone, because if you had a car and you invested, let's say $120,000 into the car, or sorry, let's say the car costed $100,000 and then you invested $20,000 worth of mods and the insurance company is only paying you out for the cost of the vehicle, you're going to want to reimburse some money by taking off your parts, and that's what the guy did.
Plus he bought another one.
Plus he bought another one, exactly. So he put those parts on his other one, which is something that I would probably do as well. We do have an intercooler for this thing because we do need an aftermarket intercooler for this beast. It's not on the vehicle, it's inside the shop currently. Core support, quarter panel, all this stuff came, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the parts over there. The vehicle is going to be, this is the next one we're working on over here, so you guys can be expecting some GTR content very darn soon. And this one's actually pretty darn exciting because I'm curious to feel what the heck 1,000 horsepower feels like. Although it does have 1,000 horsepower on E85, I think we will be running E85 or some kind of mixed fuel. It has a flex fuel sensor. We'll figure it out, get it proper, and get it very, very powerful. It is a little bit crusty inside. We're getting all that stuff detailed. I mean, guys, when a car stands, you know, it's like you look at it, it's kind of like you lose hope. For example, my Rs3 stood for, you know, a couple of months before I got parts, and parts are just something so ridiculous that nobody factors in. A lot of times I'm ordering a part for a car and that part is 1.5 weeks out. And okay, I need the part now. Like, what do I do? So I have to pull the car off, let's say, you know, just let it sit, or say a part is a month out, there's 2 months out. You just literally don't know, especially when you're getting new cars. Like my Audi Rs3, putting together that front end was just ridiculous. The parts were 2 months out. One part was made in Germany. It was ridiculous. But the GTR is gonna be worked on very soon. And right now what we're gonna do is go ahead and hop into our Rs3, go ahead, get a car wash, and I'll show you guys all about that car, give you guys a total review, because a lot of people seem to be very interested about that car, and me myself, that's been my favorite daily driver. The C63 AMG, I don't know if you guys need much of an update on that. We're gonna have probably 2 more videos on that, polishing it up, and just kind of, we're just waiting for some better weather, man. It's nasty out here. It's whatever. But let's go ahead and hop in the Rs3, and also what we're gonna do is pick up that rim from the shop that repaired the rim and come back here and put it onto the Golf R. Let's go. Look at this. Ready, 3, 2. Thing's insanity. I'm gonna do a launch. The way this all came together, I know a lot of you guys are saying that the forged carbon and the actual carbon doesn't look good together, but I like the fact that the steering wheel is just out of place. It's the fact that we gotta launch it. What I was saying is the fact that the steering wheel is out of place is what makes it look cool. Like when you're taking a video and the steering wheel just looks like it's just completely out of a space rocket ship, some Elon Musk stuff, I actually like that. So that's the thing. That's the thing about this car, that, I mean, the steering wheel, the reason why I built it, or the reason why I wanted it like this, I knew it was not gonna match the carbon fiber here, but if I made it match, it would have been just kind of a subtle thing. I just love the fact that it just stands out so much and out of this world. Besides that, I've been driving the car for just about, like I said earlier, 4,000 or 5,000 miles, and I love this thing. I love this thing, and you guys can tell that by the channel that I've owned this car for so long. You know, I've had a GTR for over a year, or roughly around a year, and I like that thing, but it just was not as practical as this thing. This thing is 4-door, it's all-wheel drive, it's got nice snow tires. It's the fact of snow tires, why I'm saying that is because we do get snow sometimes out here, or if we want to go over the pass to the mountains, we can. You know, it's not a problem. My GTR, I couldn't get 0 to 60s the time I got 0 to 60s on this thing, and the reason for that is because the tires, first of all, were huge. They were like 12s in the rear or something, so it's hard to get those suckers spinning. That's first of all. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into D, that way it's quiet. So that's first of all, and second of all, is just they were slicks, and in the rain it was a little bit sketchier. It's just a little bit different. This car is so practical. We got the 4 doors, we got trunk space, we got kind of everything in the car, and I love this thing. The way the transmission switch works, or the Haldex switch, or the, you know, that whole entire system, it switches gears on the money. And when it switches gears on the money, that is what really minimizes your guys' 0 to 60 speed. And for me, the 0 to 60, 0 to 100 speed is such a satisfying feeling compared to, you know, 60 to 100. Yes, it's definitely satisfying, but just that first initial just throw into your seat, it gets every single passenger every time, and that's what I really love about this car. Besides that, this motor is basically bulletproof and it's really reliable as well. Gets good gas mileage and it sounds amazing. It sounds like a mini Lamborghini. I have no complaints about this car, and I see the reason why this car is priced where it is from factory, which is I think about 65 grand, and honestly that is very fair considering all the perks and all the benefits you get with the car. I guess there's not much more to be said about the car. Unitronic is just the top-notch tuning quality and company for these cars. The reason I say that is because I installed all the parts. They all went on perfectly clean and easy, and another thing is the fact that everything works so well. Like, for example, you know, oftentimes you tune a car and it's just, you have like malfunctions. I have no error codes besides my headlight, which I got to get programmed, but no error codes, never a check engine light, never any kind of funny quirk, nothing. The car just tuned as if it's original, like as if it came from the dealer being absolute animal. And all the parts are just super sick. They look clean. The engine bay is just all sorts of cool. We're gonna go ahead and probably get a carbon cover for the reservoir tank, and then a carbon cover for the fuse box, just to kind of top off the engine bay, so it'll be all fully carbon. And besides that, I really don't have anything to do with this car besides drive it. I love this car so much. I love it. Let's go ahead and give you guys some more driving vlogs and some more just fun stuff with the car, and a couple more updates on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Nice. Alrighty, well, it is time to give you guys my final review of my Audi RS3. The car is currently on a stage 2 Unitronic, and I really like the way it sits right now. Just all in general, it is perfect. Yes, there's a couple of things that I could change. For example, the wheels, we can toss some black wheels on there, but these wheels have brand new tires on them, first of all, and second of all, it is winter here, so there's no reason for me to put, you know, a nice set of tires and wheels on this car for now. Maybe if I do have the car when it's summer, I might get a black set just to complete this black and Nardo look that we got going on the vehicle. But let's go ahead and start off with the outside of the vehicle. We did just stop by a car wash, as you guys saw, and the car is all clean now. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain everything that I have on the car, and then we're gonna go ahead and tell you guys what all the performance mods it has in the car, and then we're gonna take it for a spin and give you guys the final feel and the final review of the Unitronic Stage 2 RS3. So on the outside, we do have some stock wheels with stock tires. This is a stock setup basically, but we do have spacers to get that aggressive wide fitment. In the rear, I think I have a 15, and in the front, 15. Not too sure. It looks like a 20, but it's really aggressive and it's beautiful. It does not rub absolutely anywhere, just only when I reverse it and I turn, then it'll rub the fender liners. Very, very tiny, so it's not a big deal. I had the car loaded up with 4 people and there was no problems whatsoever. Going on to the front and the side, as you guys can see, we do have a maxed in lip right here on the side, which is a side skirt. It makes the car look much wider and it gives it this aggressive stance. Kind of completes the whole spacer and the width of the car look which makes this Audi RS3 much beefier. So these are the kind of minor secrets or mods you can say that I add to a car to make the car look way beefier. If you compare this right here to a stock Audi RS3, it's definitely not gonna look like this. They look like A3s, you know. That was one of the things that I was disappointed about when I got this car. I was like, dude, this is such a small body, you know, there's nothing big, there's nothing fat and wide about it like an M3, you know. M3 has a different quarter panel, different fenders, different bumpers. Obviously this has different bumpers, but the width of everything is just about like an A3, so it looks a little bit funny, but once we got all this kind of stuff going on, it looks really nice. So the front lip is also by Max, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave my link down below if you guys want to get a front lip. These lips are really cheap and they really complete the look of this car. So everything in general just came together so nice. The black with the Nardo with the black roof, and I don't know, I can't ask for a better look. This car is just simply amazing. We do have the red calipers, and sometimes you can see the red seat belts glister from the inside. We have that red Unitronic sticker to match the tail light. Just kind of complete this Nardo black and red look. So let's go ahead and come to the back, show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So you can see that, you know, we have the red, black, red, little bit. So everything here is just kind of black and red. The only thing I would want to do is change this chrome badge over here. Not too sure how I feel about that chrome badge, but I guess that's kind of, it was there already, so I didn't really bother to buy another one. Besides that, car is amazing, drives excellent. We're sitting at 14,000 miles. I bought the vehicle with 8,000 miles. And let's go ahead and take a look at the engine bay and tell you guys all about the performance mods and what the heck is going on over there. Going in under the engine bay, I'm gonna go ahead and list off all the mods that we do have going on with the car. So we do have a Unitronic downpipe with a Unitronic midpipe. We do have the stock exhaust. It's valved from the factory, and I've contacted a couple of companies and they said that if I do put an aftermarket exhaust, it's not gonna make it that much louder. And currently the car in sports mode is pretty darn loud with the exhaust valves open, so I'm totally fine with how it is right now. It is my daily driver. I don't want it to be too crazy loud. Going up further into this visible area of the engine bay, we do have a 4-inch inlet from Unitronic, which converts our 3-inch intake all the way to a 4-inch. I don't know what somebody said, some anaconda looking thing over here, but it's super darn thick over here. Goes like this, and this is just one piece. All of this stuff is the Unitronic intake, and then that inlet thing is right here. That was a kind of pain in the butt to install. You guys can see in the previous episode we got it installed. Then this piece over here we got from the dealer. This is an OEM part just to match the carbon fiber weave over here. So that's kind of all the parts that it has from Unitronic. It does have an intercooler as well, which is hidden down here. You can't really tell, but it is super big, and the car does not get heat soaked, or I don't feel it losing any power anymore. Prior to before, when I gave it a couple of runs, it would possibly die out just a little bit, but now that the intercooler is on, it's just healthy and getting that cold air. And I sometimes even feel like a second wind. It's weird, like it would rev and then like the car would realize that it has more ability and it would just kind of like scream out from under me. That's kind of what I just kind of noticed when I put all the parts on. Not too sure if that's from the parts or that's just how the weather is or anything, but that's something that I did notice. That's just about everything from the exterior and the interior of the engine bay. Let's go ahead and take it for a drive, tell you guys some exhaust sounds, and just in general enjoy the vehicle. So taking a look at the wheels, they are the exact same ET43 or ET48 CH127. Yep, they're exact same wheels and tires, a square setup. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this one in the rear and put the good one in the front, just in case this one has any kind of wobble or anything like that. We know it's not gonna vibrate in the steering wheel, and we're gonna go ahead and test the car right now and see how it feels. The car warmed up, and initially when I drove it with the wheel being damaged, there was a lot of vibration, and I was kind of thinking maybe there was something wrong with the alignment or anything. But now that we have a 5.0 that just drove by, no, I'm just kidding. Now that we got the wheel repaired, I don't feel any vibration, and plus the fact that I put it in the rear, it's not feeling any vibration in my steering wheel. I'm very lucky that we have a staggered set, which I kind of knew we had a staggered set since this thing is all-wheel drive. But even at higher speeds, like 70 or anything, I don't feel any vibrations, and this car actually pulls pretty good. I'll give it some. Like, it's pretty solid. Look at this, perfectly straight driving. And basically, without the interior being, you know, to spec, this car is ready for sale. I feel like I'm gonna post it for sale just simply because I don't really have much use for this car. I have like a lot of other cars that I have a lot of work on. So if anyone is interested in this car, please, serious buyers only. It's gonna be $17,000. That's where my price is at. I think that's very fair. Honestly, the car did not cost me any much cheaper than that. I painted the whole entire thing. The car on the outside is just perfect condition. It's literally a show car. It got Euro spec headlights, Euro spec taillights. It's a beautiful car, all in all. So 17 grand is a fair price. I feel like this is gonna be my YouTube price. I'm probably gonna post it on Craigslist for a little bit more than that, just to see how it feels. And anyone that wants to come look at a car, please, serious buyers, local sellers only, or local buyers only. I'm not planning to ship the car unless you're paying for shipping, but then it's gotta be worth it for both of us. So yeah, that's kind of the car here. We're gonna go ahead and take a look on the outside. Once we step outside, we're going to Harbor Freight right now, buy a little aluminum jack, because I'm already tired of hauling around a steel one. So I think aluminum will be a little bit easier on the nerves. So yeah, besides that, the shift knob here and the boot is really nice and clean. I like this, it feels good. It's heavy, I like it. Well, we went ahead and took the Golf R for a spin, and let me tell you guys, right off the bat, it drives way better, literally way better. And let's go ahead and just quickly take a look at this sunset though. That right there is one way to end the evening. Look at that thing. Wow, that is gorgeous. But let's go ahead and get back on track. So the Golf R is basically all ready to go. We went ahead and kind of rinsed off all those pines and needles, whatever we had on the car. We didn't really do any kind of deep washing on the car, but we just did a little bit of off-roading, so the car is back to dirty, so I'm kind of sad about that. Went ahead and filled up windshield washer fluid. It is still, I mean, the light is still on for the windshield washer fluid. I don't know why. I gotta check out the sensor, but the squirters and everything works, so I'm very happy about that. Besides anything I mean, the Golf R is basically all complete. Rs3 is basically all complete. We're gonna be starting on the GTR. We're gonna be starting on the new build, which I almost said what the heck it is. That, imagine I blurted that out. That would have been a fail. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the little update on the garage, and there's much more to come. We do have updates on the property. The update on the property is that we don't know what we're doing yet, just simply because of, you know, everything that's going on with the COVID. All this stuff is just taking way too long to get paperwork, and just we're slowly working towards it. But right now what I'm trying to do is actually get a place with a shop. That way I can go ahead and start working right off the bat, and we don't really have much, I guess, construction episodes or anything like that. I don't really know. We'll see. So for now, that's kind of the update on that. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you guys did, go ahead and smash that like button. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.